The X-Men cinematic universe is the equivalent of having a fart contest in a 1970s phone booth. The only people impressed by these pieces of cinematic excrement are fecal philiacs and anal rapists. These movies are terrible. Not Fan Stick terrible where everyone was mailing it in, but like, we really tried to make a good movie and still shit the bed terrible. I previously made a video on this, but let me spell it out in a simpler form. First, fire everyone. Let's be clear. I'm not saying just get rid of the actors. I'm saying fire everyone, especially the writers. There's over 40 years of good to great X-Men stories, and the writers haven't been able to properly adapt even one of them. Maybe the big wigs and the suits have demands that prevent the writers from being able to be creative or have any autonomy to follow a storyline close enough to resemble good media. In any case, this has to be fixed. These stories are tantamount to picking one's nose till it bleeds and then eating those boogers. This writing stinks. All of the actors are not doing a bad job, but if you have to replace one of the actors, you need to replace them all. Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. Chris Evans is Captain America. To some, this might seem trivial, but it isn't. It actually has a name: consumer recognition or brand recognition. Basically, brand awareness. Whenever we see Robert Downey Jr., we see Iron Man. Whenever he's playing another character, he's still Tony Stark. Think about it. Jaleel White is a good actor, but why don't we see him in more movies? Because the vast majority of adults are only going to see Steve Urkel. While Fox has done a great job with the branding of Wolverine character, they seem to have missed almost everywhere else. So yes, all new actors, which is a shame because all the Xaviers have been great. Keep the heroes, the anti-heroes, and the bad guys, the bad guys. Mystique has spent most of her publication history as a B-level villain, at best. How is she headlining so many movies? This is an L. Wolverine is one step from being an outcast. He's a loner that appears and disappears on a whim. Many X-Men comic book storylines have Logan showing up as an ex-machina and then riding off on his hog after the job is done. So having Wolverine being the centerpiece of anything is an L. The X-Men hierarchy goes like this: Xavier, Scott Summers, Aurora. So how come Scott and Aurora get so little to do? This is an L. One of the great rivalries in comics is Cyclops versus Wolverine. These dudes are genuine rivals. The fact that this is so rarely addressed is an L. As great as the events happen to be in the X-Men canon, it has always been about character development. Fox refuses to develop any characters other than Xavier, Magneto, Mystique, and Logan. So the second fix would be to accurately develop characters. The main problem with the X-Men cinematic universe is that they only make two types of movies: Wolverine movies and X-Men movies. Fox has over 200 characters at their disposal, and even the ones that they choose to use are underutilized. There's just not enough screen time, and they need more movies to properly develop characters. Like the MCU and the DCEU, they need an FCU, a Fox Cinematic Universe movie division, to organize and strategize and coordinate the movies so they can also have big events. You're going to hire one guy that's going to have one vision, and then he will hire the directors that will eventually paint the canvas. To start, no New Mutants movie, but a New Mutants TV show. This will give you the opportunity to introduce new characters either by exposition or small guest appearances. Where this can really shine will be showing the audience the fear and hate that the ordinary public have against the mutant population. One of the biggest differences between the movies and the comics is the public perception of mutants. Where in the comics there was a strong hate and fear of mutants, in the movies it's just a strong dislike. The difference in this tone changes the narrative of the story. To properly explain the dangers of being a mutant, they have to construct movies based on the hate and fear, not the overall dislike. Conclusion: simple. Start from the ground up. Build a product dedicated to brand consistency. Also, stay true as possible to the source material. Don't make bad guys good guys or second and third tier characters the main protagonist. And finally, plan movies with the understanding that other movies need to fill in the timeline and have a TV show to help move plots along. Fox will never be the MCU, or even the DCEU for that. But that doesn't mean that they can't take a few tips from either. WB does TV very well, and Marvel makes the best movies. Fox needs to take a peek across the aisle at their answer sheets.
If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.